Brigsby Bear is directed by Dave McCary and stars Carl Mooney, who's also a co-writer, Matt Walsh, Michaela Watkins, Ryan Simpkins, and Mark Hamill. Mooney plays James, who is living in a strange, weird bunker with his parents, and he's scared of the outside world, which he is told could kill him. His only escape is in the TV show Brigsby Bear Adventures, this really cheap, weird fantasy sci-fi show that he becomes totally obsessed with. But then the show ends and James reluctantly goes out into the world to try and finish off the Brigsby Bear story. And that's where we can find the true message of this movie, is in the love for filmmaking. This movie has a fantastic marketing strategy because I had literally no idea what this movie was. I've said that in a couple of the other reviews that I've done, where I just go in not really knowing what to expect. I don't watch the trailers, but this one, not a single clue. All I knew was there's a title, there's a guy with a bear head or something, and Mark Hamill's in it. That's it. This was probably the biggest surprise of the entire year. Mainly because where this movie goes, you do not expect whatsoever. And that might turn a few people off going into this movie thinking it's going to be some weird, kooky little movie and then finding out it's pretty simple. It's a very straightforward film, maybe a little bit too straightforward. But I appreciated that because I saw that underlying message about filmmaking, about the passion that people have for movies. James goes out and he wants to finish off that Brigsby Bear story because it means so much to him. He gets a couple of people along and they make something that might not be all that good. It may look a little bit dodgy. It kind of reminded me of the Nostalgia Critic episodes where, yeah, okay, the green screen is terrible. The effects are, very, very cheap. The costumes might be a little, cut and paste. Okay, here's a few little paper things. Just something that looks like what they're trying to imitate. You can tell that everyone involved is having so much fun doing this, making these kinds of stories for whatever audience may be out there. Brigsby Bear is a very sweet, very charming, very endearing film. It's frightfully original. It has some really strong performances, particularly from Carl Mooney. He is the center of this movie and he carries it so wonderfully. He's awkward, he's shy. He really does feel like a boy living inside an adult's body. He learns life slowly, and that is really touching to see play out. There are some fantastic performances in here. Mark Hamill isn't in it too much, but every time he comes on screen, I really feel for him, mainly because he gets to use his incredible voice talents. And that's the Mark Hamill that I love the most, I think. This movie, as I said, is very simple, and that can kind of cut away a lot of the characters from really having a complete arc. You do feel like, all right, they're really kind of rushing this along. Certain plot developments kind of happen, and you think, that's just really way too coincidental for me to really believe. I know I don't want to nitpick too much on that sort of stuff, but it kind of becomes major plot developments that often happen out of nowhere. Some characters just pop up and then disappear. Some feel like they should be in it a lot more, but they're just not. There's a lot of uneven elements throughout this movie. The way that it wraps up was pretty emotional. This is a very special kind of movie. There really isn't anything out there like it. And I gotta say, if you love film and making movies and want to make movies and just love watching movies in general, then you're gonna love Brigsby Bear. I know I really enjoyed this movie, and I had to say that Brigsby Bear is worth the ticket and the Blu-ray. So Brigsby Bear, have you seen it? Please tell me what you think about it in the comments below. There are going to be videos linked down here or one over there. For more Mr. Movies, please press my little face right there. Thanks for watching.
There's magic and wonders and mysteries in store. A hero whose mission is to learn and explore. He's daring and caring and oh so much more.